My point would be that if you are not putting something in their head, if you're not programming yourself and your kids and your family with something that's positive and beneficial to overall carry them through life, something else is going to be that programming.
100%.
So it's not about religion, if you get what I'm saying.
100%.
It's not about religion. You don't like religion? Okay, fine. I'm going to ask you the same question if you're atheist. What would you want to have filling your kids' heads?
Mm-hmm.
Mark Zuckerberg's algorithms? Elon Musk's algorithms?
Yeah.
Choose your Nike's marketing campaign, some lipstick manufacturers marketing. You want capitalist advertising and marketing to be your kids' value system?
Yeah.
Or to shape everything in terms of what they do and how they think?
Yeah.
I think most parents out there would say, no, probably that's not healthy from a psychological perspective.
Mm-hmm.
It's like atheist parents. They'd be like, no, that can't be healthy.
Yeah.
So why is it that you can come to it from an atheist perspective, I would say, and respect it and say, well, based on scientific data, algorithms shouldn't raise your kids. It's not healthy for them. It causes addiction problems. It causes da-da-da-da-da. But if someone comes at it from a religious perspective that says, I have a core value system that is almost like an inoculation from any of that crap ever happening,
Mm-hmm.
somehow that's bad.
Yeah.
What's your take on that? Do you see that argument that I'm talking about from like a more secular atheist perspective?
Yes and no. I think people just have whatever they believe they're committed to, cognitive dissonance. So you could present, you saw it in politics, right? You could present best case and everything could make sense 1,000%, and that person will still look to fight it because it's just wired within them. They're going to argue it regardless. But to your point earlier, what's the best way to influence people is to be the best example possible. We're never going to win people over being like, this is the way to do things. And that's actually what probably detoured many people from pursuing religion for themselves. Whatever
is the judgmental wagging your finger.
Yeah.
You're tisking.
Yeah. I mean, dude, there's some people, in church that are the biggest repellents of people coming to church because they're the most judgmental. They're the most unforgiving. They're the most, they forgot how they came to God day one, or maybe they made mistakes in the past and now they're the 15-year later version of themselves. The only way we're going to influence people for God is going to be the best example possible, to have grace and have conversations and realize that if you're saying something, again, to your point, it's triggering something. Maybe they had a bad experience. Maybe something happened in their life that made them the anti-religion person because of a person.
But trauma, going back to the therapist point, she says everything comes from trauma.
100%.